Let's see what we got here. Box number 7. All right, let's go check it out and see what it is. All right, the thing is, I've got these mixed up. 32 should be over there, but I had to open that box. Look at these jitterbugs I was doing mods on. 31, so some of them got shuffled as I was pulling tackle out, but I think it's over here. Some custom stuff. There's no number on this one. What do we got here? 20, there it is. 7. 7 is, looks like a box of bombers. All right. So we'll take this one and see what we can catch on it. Maybe I need to start a series on bombers, highlighting how epic they are. Yep, it's gonna be a bit windy. The wheel has spoken. Box number 7, the bomber box. For the wheel challenge, we got to catch something on one of these bombers. All right, what do you guys think? This one, baby bass. This one, the trout. All right, let's go for it. Good choice. But first, I got to get the intro. Welcome back, fishing friends, to another adventure. We're up here on the big lake today, and we're going to be doing this spin the wheel challenge. Let me get this stuff set down here. All right, so I'm throwing this on a St. Croix Avid 12-pound Sunline with a 12-pound leader. And yes, I know it's windy, but that's just how it is. All right, so we're gonna work this shoreline and pitch this around, and hopefully we can catch something. If not, we'll switch it up. But hey, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate all the support. Man, I love fishing and making videos, and I don't do it for any monetary reasons. I do it because one day when I'm old, I want to look back and see all the places I fished, the techniques I used, all those things that I'm doing now that I can look back on. Oh yeah, that looks good in the water. All right guys, we're hooked up on the bomber. What do we got here? Is it a largie? Oh yeah, it's a nice largie. It's a nice, whoa, 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 it's a drum. No, it's a largie. Bank flip. All right. Man, that's a nice fish right there. Careful, careful. All right, guys, there we go. Check him out. That's a nice fish right there on the bomber. So there he goes. Whew. Oh man, I didn't want to drop that in the sand like that, or the dirt. I can be rough on gear. All right, let's take a look at this. It's a bomber 2A. No, that's a 5A, excuse me. Bomber 5A in a trout pattern. And I killed it and he just smoked it. I thought I had a snag there. Man. Well, a couple casts in and we completed the bomber challenge. What do you guys think? Pretty interesting, huh? I don't see this pattern very often, so it is a collectible in my opinion. People be like, oh no, they're not worth anything. Well, it may not be, but to me, man, whew, I've always caught quite a few on that color. I love the 5As, 3As, and sometimes the 5As, 2As are my favorite, and then the 6As. Check that out. That looks just awesome. All right, guys. Yep, we're hooked up on this Bomber 5A. He's going bananas. Let's see what it is. Ooh. It's a white bass. Man, check that out. There we go. Man, he just crushed that thing. There's a little bit of blood there, but he'll be fine. All right, there it is. So I usually use what it comes with, the stock hooks, and I try to be as run it as it was created as possible. But if the hooks are like super rusted out and I don't have any spares that are similar, I always put on these Berkley Fusion 19s, or I put on some BKKs. Anyway, sorry about the wind, guys. It's just one of those days. But anyway, 2 fish on the Bomber Challenge on this little trout pattern. All right, guys, you picked the first one. I'm gonna go with the Fat A. In this color right here. I think this is that electric shad, maybe? We'll give it a shot and see what we get. So the other one, no action for a little while, or for, I don't know, after those ones we had, so I figured it's time to switch. So if you never fished with a Fat A, whoo-hoo, man, you're missing out. You got to give it a shot. It's a great lure. Anything Bomber makes are affordable. They're just awesome. This thing's making my drag tick. It's the wind, and look at that thing, yeah, it's a country mile. Ooh, Did I have a hit? Man, that felt weird. I think I had a hit and it knocked it up out of the water. That was crazy. All of a sudden on my line, everything went slack and nothing was going on. Uh-oh. That one got hung up. I know people are like, hey, you gotta fish flat sides in the winter. Hey man, I catch them on the fat A in the winter time. Part of it's because we're in Texas and you get really mild winters in the Dallas area, so you can keep fishing it. Although I do catch quite a few on the flat sides. That's the other one I forgot. I love fishing the 5A, the 2A, the 6A, the fat A, and all the colors. I'm not too picky about the colors. And of course the square bill, the square A, and then the little wake bait, the shallow A, and then of course the long A. Those are my other favorite ones, but I kind of put those in a different category. So we'll run this for a little while. We may actually switch to a square A. I love throwing those. Like in the Foxy Mama. Man, that's just an awesome color. Check it out, guys. My all-time favorite square A, the Foxy Mama. Man, this thing, I've caught so many fish on this. Hopefully we'll catch some today. It's a little four-wheel drive bomber. That shine on there. Ooh wee. Alright guys, I switched to this little 2A. Man, the Foxy Mama, nothing. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what on earth? This little one I've got here has been chewed up and just been hammered so many times. But that was the case with the Foxy Mama. I've caught a ton of fish on it. Man, this thing, ooh, that breeze, that wind. Yep, check that out. All right, we're gonna walk this little shoreline here because this guy, you don't need to fish him very deep. It's down a few feet. Ooh, I felt a thump. We still got shad flickering around, and he looks like a shad. The only thing with this is I wish it was suspending. Oh, look at this, I'm walking in the water. Didn't even realize it. See these boots I got on. Yeah, once again, guys, I'm sorry about filming in the wind, but it's just, you know, it's just how it is. I'm getting to where my little seam is. Kind of see how shallow it is, and then it dips down. So we're gonna run this along there and see if we can convince something to pop it. All right, guys, we're hooked up on the 2A. Feels like a good fish too. Ah, boy, it's a nice white bass here, or a hybrid. Easy. Just hammered it. That's a nice fish right there. Check that guy out. Boy, he just clocked it. Beautiful fish. There you go. Zing! Off he goes. This guy looks just like a little shad zipping through. Boy, he's got a lot of scuff marks on it. Man, oh man. Woo, that wind. All I'm doing is just walking the shoreline. I was way down around the bend there. Nothing going. So I'm just cruising along. So what do you guys think? This challenge turned out to be pretty good. Box number 7 with the bombers. Man, this was fun. I know the weather's kind of iffy, but I like doing little challenges like that. Sarah didn't pick the number this time. I just did the wheel on the computer. And away we went. All right. This thing is just all chewed up. All right. I'm throwing this 6A in like a coach dog little pattern, like what you would have on a fire tiger. That's a fire tiger. Pretty cool. Oh, man. This thing is just epic. But it's not like in the wind when I cast it. There we go. Oh no, I see it got hung up there. Turn it into a topwater. All right, let me get this situated. Yeah, this 6A, I prefer the kind of shad pattern, but this thing with the water getting all churned up, it's gonna look good down there. We do have some decent depth. A little bit further out. If we got somebody cruising a little deeper, get them to hammer this thing. That is so cool. Like I was saying before, guys, bombers are inexpensive. Get some. Get a collection going. Have some fun with them. They cover all the depth ranges. And they're so inexpensive, even if you get snagged or snared up, you're not gonna go bankrupt. All right, guys, so get you a box like this. I know I'm not doing any favors for myself for having the hooks exposed like that in there, but I do have the little boots for them, little plastic booties or whatever you call them. It's easier for me to pack them in like this. But bombers are fun to collect because they're inexpensive through LureNet. They're a great price, but even the older ones you can collect at a good price. Anyway, hey, thanks for hanging out with me today during this challenge and the crazy weather, but I had fun doing it. We'll close the lid on this challenge. Hey, until next time, I will see you then. Bye-bye. What's he hunting for? Ooh, is he gonna dive down and get a fish? He sure is acting like it. Check him out. Or maybe he's just enjoying the high winds. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Now get out there and get your lures wet.